Hey guys, Dark Endless Pit here, back with a new video. Today I'm going to talk about specifically the work environment and just working in general, especially in this economy. For those you who don't know, you should be pretty aware of what's going on. Wage slavery is a reality, for a lot of people, including myself, you know. You're forced in a circumstance where you try to find anything you can get at this point. There's we're at a point where a lot of jobs are most of the jobs are crap. Most of them are useless. Most of them are just making people rich. They're schemes, and they're not really productive. A lot of these jobs and careers are not productive in society, and that's the truth. People want to fucking pretend like they're important, or they matter because they went to school for a specific thing, but in reality, it doesn't do anything. I mean, look, man, don't get me wrong. I think it's great if people want to be doctors, or people want to be lawyers or engineers, but let's be real here. How many engineers do we need in this reality, in this world? I mean, seriously, we're not going anywhere. So why do we still need engineers? That's the facts, man. Same thing with doctors. If we just had euthanasia, we wouldn't have to have so many doctors. But if we want to maintain this civilization, right? If you want to maintain your own existence, right? You have to fucking make money, man, in this world, unfortunately. And people say that money is a problem and stuff like that, which, yes, and it's not itself the problem though. Yes, money is bullshit. It's annoying. They have to always deal with it, but it's not the issue, because in a world where deserve means something, or hard work, honest work that actually contributed to society, if it mattered, if it made a difference, then yeah, it should be valued. It should be paid like it was valued. You shouldn't be fucking paid the bare minimum, like dirt, especially if you're breaking your back every day, if you're, doing dangerous shit, just to fucking put food on the table, That's what I have to do, for those who don't know, like, yeah, I work at a warehouse. I operate a forklift, I do all these things, inventory, managing all that shit, like, figuring out if items are, are in inventory or not, allocating, and, um, it's a lot of work, man. And, operating a forklift is, yeah, it's chill, but, it's also, it could be dangerous, so it's like, but they're not valued. People that do warehouse work are not valued, but they're actually, putting effort, in contributing society. And it's just so backwards, the way we do things in here. And that's not just those kind of occupations. There's, people who do truck driving, people who do, you know, anything that can help someone, an individual, even if it's like something as simple as, making art for someone, as long as it's helping someone in some way, it's valuable. And that's why we use money to basically say, hey, your service or your item is valuable because it helps me, like, to cope, or helps me with my pain, because that's what's valuable. It's this fucking pain, that we have to deal with. That's why it makes us so urgent to want to get rid of that pain, whether it's mentally or physically, And work, when it comes to work, yeah, it has a lot to do with it too. I mean, if your job sucks and stuff like that, it's going to cause a lot of pain and misery, And the misery is not even your fault, It's not. It's just your circumstances you're put in. And look, the job market is super competitive out here, man. I'm seeing even my own company that I work for, it's high turnover rates. Every fucking year, there's always new employees it's very, very rarely I see people stay at the company for more than fucking 3 years, So, and I'm kind of like stuck in this situation because I have bills to pay, and I have to maintain my existence now, and that's life, It's unfortunate, and that's why I'm never gonna bring a kid, because I understand, like, I'm fucking, just managing to support myself. But can you imagine trying to support another person? It's just, these jobs are fucking, they're all picking your poison, basically, because yes, if you want the high paying job, sure, yeah, you'll have a better life. Yes, you'll have more money, but at a cost of what? Your stress, you're going through all that work in college, and at the end, it's not going to mean anything because you're going to die. But yeah, it's, if you want to do that, if you want to be somebody like that, I mean, that's, they should, more power to you. But unfortunately, the way the system works, it's like you gotta have connections, and you gotta, figure that shit out, man. I mean, it's it's really just unfortunate, that the way the job market is, and just the way everything is set up, and even again, like, there's so many things in my workplace, like, that's another thing too, also, like, that they could fuck you up mentally too, is just the environment too. People don't even think about that. People just think about, oh, pays really good, right? But what if the job environment sucks? Then you're screwed, People don't think about that. Dude, like, look, like, yes, being a doctor is cool, right? But at the same time, it's like you're dealing with very stressful situations every fucking day. You're gonna go to a place where people are suffering, probably, So it's, look, this is why I think introspection is very important. And I mean, try to be careful, but it's very hard, because there's literally trap doors everywhere. You're literally trying to tiptoe your way into this life without trying to get trapped into a fucking booby trap, because that's literally what this life is. Even just again, the whole job thing, even searching for a different job that's better, quote unquote. But in reality, it's just fucking playing musical chairs. That's what job hopping is. It's just playing a bad game of musical chair. Oh, because think about it, right? In order for that position to be available, someone had to fucking either quit or got fired. Okay? So clearly, regardless, both are both are bad situations. So it's not, you don't think that, oh, the pay is better. It doesn't mean it's going to be a better work environment. It's not going to mean it's going to, that's the truth. I mean, guys, you have to be thinking about just every little aspect of these things in life, because you're going to be put into that circumstance, and you're going to have to deal with that shit every fucking day. And if your environment is, okay, low pay and shitty coworkers that piss you off, then, you're going to be fucking suffering, man. It's just more suffering. And, I mean, for me, it's, my coworkers are okay. I mean, there's some that are like kind of like not right in the head, but for the most part, they seem pretty chill. But the pay could be better, definitely, especially with what I have to do every day. Just frustrating that there doesn't seem to be any urgency. Like, there's no one, not even the media. People just talk about just the generic shit that's going on, but they don't really talk about like these specific things about just the workplace, the whole idea of jobs and careers, because people fall into these traps. Okay, I'm going to go to college, I'm going to get myself in debt, and if you're lucky, you're not going to get yourself in debt, and you're going to have a degree, and you're going to be able to save up a lot of money because you don't have any debt. And that's the thing, it's just, you just got lucky. It's not because, oh, you did well. No, you got born in the right circumstance. You had two parents who have either good blue collar jobs or decent white collar jobs that can actually get you there financially. And if you're unfortunate enough to not get that, if you have a single mom, if you have a broken family like me, where, not broken family, but like a fucking, toxic environment, narcissism, stuff like that, then yeah, it's gonna suck, man, because it's gonna affect you mentally and your future, and how you're shaped as a human being. So it's like, It's this life thing is not a fucking game, man. People gotta take this shit serious, man. You don't just fucking roll die for someone else, when you're not gonna be the one that's gonna be dealing with the consequences, because this is a cause and effect reality. Okay, this is not some kind of fucking, oh, mysteriously something fucking appeared out of thin air. No, it's just something caused that to happen, and that's life. So, and I mean, I wish this wasn't the case. I mean, there's no reason. What benefit am I getting from this shit? I hate I just hate how these everyday things that people and human beings have to endure every day. I mean, like, again, like I said, like the workplace environment could be very toxic. I mean, I know people personally now that I talk on Discord to tell me their work environment and how they get bullied, or how they get videotaped and stuff like that. It's just horrible, man. And it's the same with like people making fun of other people based on how they look, or how tall they are, or something like that. It's just so frustrating, man. But that's the thing, though. Like, this whole workplace is no different than like the animal kingdom, right? It's just a hierarchy, which is bullshit, man. Just some stupid hierarchy nonsense. Oh, the CEO gets to say on his ass, and have most of the wealth come from the production. Not from the actual person who just says, "Oh, I own this, and therefore I get all the profits." Yeah, he probably has to do some business trips. Oh wow, I get to fly a plane to different places of the world. Wow, that's so horrible. And what, you get to talk to a few people for what, an hour or two, and then you go right back to your house, and that's it. Yeah, it seems like a pretty easy life to me. Way better than having to fucking break your back for basically scraps, and you have no fucking future, man. And that's the reality. And especially if you're a Gen Z or millennial, I mean, you got screwed over, man. And Alpha is just, there's no hope, man. They're gonna be brain rotted. I mean, I'm already dealing with people in my workplace that I don't know how brain rotted their brains are because of social media, but it wouldn't surprise me. But yeah, so like, in terms of the fucking workplace, man, I just, my plans are either to get a van, stuff like that, and try actually trying to pursue being an artist, like, straight up. Like, I'm gonna try selling my art, like, in the streets, wherever I drive, and then use that as my income, and then just live in a fucking van. I mean, I'm serious, guys. Yeah, it sounds depressing, but I don't need that much. I literally just need a little box, and I need a bed and a fucking PC, and that's it. I mean, and I know for a fact that this shit's not sustainable. It's not going to be sustainable for 30 years. That's the truth. And if you want to maintain your existence and stuff like that, you have to think outside the box. You can't be, doing what everyone does. It's hard, but you know, this is the system. It's broken. It's obviously unfair. It's monarchy, basically. I mean, being able to just inherit a business or inherit like millions of dollars, that to me is so fucking unfair, insane. And they have the audacity to say, "Oh, why are you so sad? Oh, why? Cheer up, buddy. Oh, you didn't fell in the right pussy? Too bad. Your dad's a fucking alcoholic and your fucking mom's a stupid fucking bitch. Okay, then, whatever." And that's how it is, man. This life, it's brutal, it's bleak. No one cares, and that's the truth. No one cares because everyone thinks this is a single player game, and it's unfortunate, man, because that's like the key factor here. And I know maybe some of you guys watch Mendham and stuff like that, but he's listed 3 simple statements that like literally explain how stupid life is. The fact that it's not It's not a single player game. It's a multiplayer game. There's um uh fuck, what was it? The other two, but yeah, he says like these three phrases that literally just very simple. I completely forgot, but yeah, it's just uh yeah, but sorry, that escaped from my mind, but yeah, just that's basically that's the gist of it, basically, and if people want things, to actually, you know, create somewhat like a positive or something, I mean, things need to, again, things need to actually move to that direction. But if everyone, for the majority of the population, is stationary, um, you know, in a stationary position, or they're getting in a worse position, it's like, how can people improve when majority of people are not doing good? That's the problem. That's why it's like, a lot of, for me, I feel like hopeless every day, man, because it does feel hopeless, like when majority of the fucking smart people, are just scheming or for their own benefit, or all that shit. It just sucks. And but yeah, I mean, what can you do, right? I mean, but yeah, I think I just can't believe I forgot the fucking three phrases. They're very simple. It's not your, oh yeah, that's it. Sorry, fuck, I'm kind of like high too, but because I'm just so fucking stressed, man, just with life, and just for me, I just cope with it. It helps me get through this life, for real, man. Like, but yeah, the three phrases that Eminem said, which was, it's not your money, which isn't your money, right? Because the money you have will go back to the system. So it's not your money. It's a multiplayer game. It's not a single player game, and it's too expensive, right? Life is just too expensive for the winner to win. Like the CEO, it creates a bunch of losers. It may even kill a bunch of things to get to the top. And so that's why it's too expensive. Life in general is just too expensive, and that should be pretty simple. So, um, but yeah, what can I say? I agree with those statements because it's the truth. It is too expensive. For what? For a little orgasm? Are you serious? Like, it's not worth it, man. I used to be. It's crazy. I used to be so much more optimistic and naive and stuff like that. Like, especially when I was a kid, like, because my parents would try to manipulate me all the time and my environment, and try to push religion so hard up my ass, try doing crazy things like punishments because, oh, I didn't want to fucking pray and all that shit. It's irritating, man. It really is. And yeah, so I think that's all I got. Yeah, I know, like, I kind of like fucking stuttered there. That's just how I am. My brain processes things sometimes way too fast, or it just, you know, the idea is there and it just disappears. I'm just trying to look for it in my brain, but it's how it goes, man. You're just born with that kind of brain, and what can you do? I've had that kind of problem for all my life. Stuttering and all that shit. It's always been a thing for me, but um I mean, yeah, so that's just how I am. But other than that, that's really all I gotta say. In terms of just jobs, it's a fucking scam. The whole system's broken. The way we do the whole deserve means a thing really doesn't mean anything in this world, unfortunately. And yeah, it's not sustainable. And if we keep pretending like, and keep being egotistical about our jobs or whatever, and oh, I'm so proud to be this and that, it's like, you gotta look at the bigger picture. We are playing a multiplayer game. This is a fact, okay? You You know, if you go to grocery store, the food doesn't come into the grocery store out of thin air, you know? Always remember that. Anything you fucking buy off a shelf doesn't come in there from thin air, okay? It took a lot of people to get all that shit there, okay? Don't forget that, because many people do, and you know, it's just ridiculous that people can't acknowledge that. So, but yeah, I just wanted to do a long rant because, not rants, but I don't know, just talk about just jobs in general. But yeah, all right. Guess talk to you guys later. Peace out, man. And yeah.